Me More TV wanted to help us and give us some new ideas. And one of the new ideas was to have sidekicks, because every great comedy has sidekicks. Isn't that right?
Yes, Batman, sidekicks. He had a number of them. Actually, originally, Batman was a comedy. A lot of people don't know that. Did you know that?
I knew that.
And then they made it
Spider-Man
serious.
too.
Exactly.
Did you see the sidekick on Spiderman.com? It's like the paperclip.
Yes.
But it's a web. It's called Mr. Webb. So yeah, guys, we want. Oh, you wanted the low frame rate.
Before, after.
So yeah, guys, we have sidekicks, and I was a little bit weary at this, and I still kind of am. I mean, I'm excited to try some new stuff that's going to be Me More approved. Like they kind of sort of helped us with the idea for this, and in fact, they created the sidekicks for us. These are real people that are going to come on and talk with us, sort of by our side and interject during segments. But however, we didn't approve what is going to be said, but we trust that it's going to be good, so we're excited to hear what some of the sidekicks have to say.
This is going to be big. Just trust it.
They're called the Busters, I think, is what they call them, right? I don't know if they say that in the doc.
They changed that last second?
I can't remember. I think they were called the Busters, or the... Were they called the Busters? Yeah.
I got it different.
Yeah, it says they don't make... They come and hang out and sometimes bust our chops. That's what they put in the copy, so...
Oh, God, that sounds a bit negative.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll move on, and we don't know exactly when they're going to come in the episode from here on out, but now they've been introduced, so the stream equipment is now going to be integrated with the sidekicks, and they'll come in and interject every now and then, kind of like the chat, kind of like a super chat. They'll come in and say something interesting for the rest of the show. So
that's a good point. That's a good point.
So we'll move on and talk about. So I've been really excited, and I alluded to this earlier when I was talking about my mechanized Gorbs, my man-made Gorbs. Top 10 Gorbs. This has been in the making for, I don't know, 81 weeks, guys. Finally getting into the specifics of what we love and those our favorite Gorbs, the top 10 Gorbs. Now, this isn't national either. This is worldwide of all time.
This is going to go viral.
This is finally going to go viral.
All right, so what's your first Gorb?
Well, hey, have you heard of those local entertainers who twirl sticks?
Yeah, I have. They're amazing.
I know, right? They're so talented and graceful.
I love how they can make the sticks spin so fast. It's like they're a blur of motion.
I know what you mean. It's so mesmerizing to watch.
I've seen them perform a few times, and they always put on a great show.
Me too. They're so entertaining.
I love how they incorporate different types of tricks into their performances.
Yeah, it's really impressive. They're so creative.
I've even seen them twirl fire sticks. It's so dangerous, but they make it look so easy.
I know what you mean. They're definitely not afraid of heights.
I'm so glad we have such talented entertainers in our city.
Yeah, me too. They're a real asset to our community.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see them performing again soon.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to see what they come up with next.
That's so hard to follow.
Yeah, that was
insane. Why did they do that? That was hard.
Yeah, and I kind of thought that it would be more like
they have their own music.
About the segment. Yeah, I thought it would be about the segment, but I guess that was it about stick twirling or something? Well, thank you to the sidekicks. I forgot what I was saying. I guess so we're starting at number 10.
Yeah. So is that graphic 1, 2, 3? There's 6.
Well, that's just those are 6 random ones. None of those are on the list actually. Those are just like artist renditions. I'm talking about real Gorbs. I'm not talking about internet Gorbs or some of the Me 3D Gorbs. I'm talking about real Gorbs of all time.
Have you ever thought about how beautiful mathematical shapes and equations can be?
Not really. I've always seen math as more of a practical tool and something to appreciate for its beauty.
I think that's a common misconception. Math is actually a very creative and expressive subject. There's a lot of beauty to be found in the pattern and relationships between numbers and shapes.
I can see that. For example, I've always been fascinated by the Fibonacci sequence. The way that each number in the sequence, in the sum of the 2 previous numbers, is really elegant.
The Fibonacci sequence is a great example of how math can be used to create beautiful patterns. It's also a very versatile tool that can be used to model a wide variety of phenomena in the natural world.
That's interesting. I'd never thought about that way.
Math is also a very powerful tool for problem solving. It can be used to solve all sorts of problems, from simple arithmetic to complex equations.
I know. I've used math to solve all sorts of problems in my life, from figuring out how much money I need to save from a down payment on my house, to figuring out how much to get my car from point A to point B.
Math is a really useful subject that can be used for a wide variety of purposes, but it's also a subject that can be appreciated for its beauty and elegance to match.
I'm starting to see that.
There are a lot of great resources available for learning about the beauty of math. There are blogs, articles, and websites that explore the mathematical concepts that underlie many. Hey, have you ever thought about how beautiful mathematical shapes can be?
Not really. I've always seen math as more of a practical tool and something to appreciate for its beauty.
I think that's a common misconception. Math is actually a very creative and expressive subject. There's a lot of beauty to be found in the pattern and relationships between numbers.
I can see that. For example,
we can stop it. Repeats.
The way that each number in the sequence, in the sum of the 2 previous numbers, is really elegant.
Which is talk over it.
Yeah, I mean. Are they talking about math?
That can be used to model a wide variety of phenomena in the natural world.
What's the first?
Interesting. I'd never thought about that.
He's talking about mathematics, I guess. I didn't think this was actually really.
From simple arithmetic to complex equations.
I know.
I guess
I've used math to solve all sorts of problems.
Are we allowed to turn it off?
Yeah, turn it off.
Are we allowed to? Figuring out how much to get my car
it.
from point A to point B.
We played it once already. Yeah, so
it didn't finish before and it switches.
Yeah. And it's like we can't control when that comes on. It would be nice if we could at least control when it comes on and have the topics they talk about. Because
I don't know if we're allowed to turn it off.
Gorb's mathematics. I guess Gorb's is like kind of they're mathematical. They're kind of like geometric shapes. I guess
They were talking about. Well, I don't even.
gas in the car or something.
It's just so fast. It's just very, very
Yeah, it's
hard
like
to
the
track.
speed is a little too much, and some of the noises I don't.
And they're not
understand.
interacting with us. It's like sidekicks to whom, it's very overwhelming.
Right.
And then the music doesn't allow. I can't play. I have to stop our music.
Yeah. So I mean, we could give them notes and stuff about it. I mean, it's kind of cool. I kind of do like having somebody else like a sidekick as well. I mean, this. So I think they were only going to be.
Hey, have you ever thought about how important dirt is?
No, not really. What do you mean?
I mean, dirt is essential for life on Earth. It's where plants grow, and it's home to billions of microorganisms that help to keep the environment healthy.
I didn't even realize how important dirt was.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty
Dirt.
amazing substance. It's
Dirt.
made up of a mix of minerals, organic matter, and water, and it provides a variety of benefits to plants and animals.
So dirt is kind of like a living thing?
In a way, yeah. It's full of life, and it's constantly changing and evolving.
I'm starting to see dirt in a whole new light.
That's great. There's a lot of things to appreciate about dirt.
What are some of the benefits of dirt?
Well, for one thing, it helps to filter water and prevent pollution. It also stores carbon dioxide, which helps to mitigate climate change.
I didn't realize that dirt could do all that.
It's pretty amazing, right? Dirt is also a valuable source of nutrients for plants.
So dirt is essential for agriculture?
Yes, it is. Without dirt, we wouldn't be able to grow the food we
Okay,
need to
I mean-
survive.
That's a lot to think about.
Yeah, it is. Dirt is a precious resource, and we need to protect it.
I agree. What can we do to protect
Okay,
dirt?
they're
There's a few
agreeing.
things that we can do. We can
Yeah.
reduce our use of pesticides and herbicides, which can harm soil health. We can also compost food scraps and yard waste, which adds
So
nutrients to
it's-
soil.
I'll try to do my part to protect my dirt.
That's great. Every little bit helps.
I'm glad we had this conversation. I've learned a lot about dirt.
Me too. It's important to appreciate the things that are important to us.
I agree.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one's kind of educational. What somebody was saying, and they need. It's like they look at. Okay. Okay. So I guess let us know what you guys think about the sidekicks. I think it might go well in the show generally. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should move on from this because
Maybe we
it
just
took
kick
up
it-
all the time
kick
for that.
it to
Yeah,
next
we'll
week.
talk about the Gorbs later, I guess. but-
Okay.